my mind. I'm in tune with my body. My soul is being divinely guided. I am Sky Excell.
Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in for another episode of the Sky Excell Show. Today I am joined by my co-host Diddy Vampin and none other than, yeah, you guessed it, Young Mike Official.
You look beautiful, Sky.
Bass in your voice.
I had to put the woo, I had to put a woo in my voice.
What would you say is the single most factor from your upbringing to now that influenced your life destination for greatness? You know, what really kept you going? What were you seeing?
Well, for me, it was a struggle based on me living with my brother and my mom in like one bedroom house in Maxfield, and just seeing her getting up every day and going to work and not being able to, you know, provide the best way she provided the best way she can, but not able to give her kids all that, you know, they desire, etc. So for me, you know, coming from there and bringing that pain and that emphasis on the struggle is what actually, like, you know, brought me to that realization that there's so much more out there to obtain and to achieve. So for me, I put the struggle in everything that I do, and that's what made me the success I am today.
It's one thing to realize that though, because you can grow up from a certain type of upbringing, like, okay, like, you know, you're not, you can see that you don't really have it and like things aren't going the right way, but what was it about you that made you be like, okay, I'm changing this, like I'm breaking out of this, there has to be none, you know what I mean?
Well, it's just you, first of all, I think you have to want better. You know what I'm saying? You have to put your heart and soul into everything that you do. And based on that struggle that I was coming from, I knew I didn't want to come to this new land of opportunities and be that same stagnant person. You know, I wanted to grow and excel, and that fuel, that spark, excel. I do like the bounty a little bit. Matter of fact, they have a battle coming up this weekend too. That's gonna be amazing.
It's at 8 o'clock. I'm not missing that
Yeah,
Saturday. Where we watching
People talking about dressing up just to watch.
Yeah, that's gonna be funny.
Can we do
Oh
that?
no, I'm not doing
Come
it.
on,
I'm not
please,
doing
we're
that.
live.
Things I'm gonna listen up. Puffy, respect. Tell them say me now watch the face, cause me done try the case. Tell them say we run the place, a machine pan the beat, and me a done millionaire from me at 20. Tell a boy stop watch me close, stop watch me kind, stop watch me poor.
You know what I'm saying? That struggle when I was going to school, I had one shoe, and I always told myself,
You really had one shoe?
I had one shoe, and
Right.
you know how we let primary school and the rain fall in, and we walk in and the heel bottom lifting off. You know the vibes. We had to go home and glue that bitch up and get ready for the next day. So that alone put it in, instilled something in my brain that I'm gonna go get it because I don't want to remain this person. So that kind of fueled that energy and that burning desire to achieve more.
That's my motivation. Like every time I have a dark day or I'm down, I'm like, you know what? You got 60 seconds because you know there's a bigger picture here.
Yeah.
You know, so how do you like keep your mental strong and you get out of those times when it's like you feel that current coming? I call it the drain. When you feel it coming and then you gotta snap back. Like,
Yeah.
you know, what do you do?
Well, for me, I do meditate a lot. I listen to a lot of affirmations. And as we was talking about earlier, like I record affirmations in my voice so that way my subconscious mind can realize that it's me and instill whatever it is I'm trying to attract, whatever it is. Oh yeah, you never just use the voice record on your phone and just play that. Do it for like 15, 20 minutes. And when you're sleeping, just have that play over and over. But you know, with business and friendships and everything like that, you're gonna have times where it's draining or it's like a lot to handle. But how you strengthen your mental and you know what I'm saying can get you over those little humps. When you keep the bigger picture, you look at the bigger picture, you write down your goals, you look at everything on a day-to-day basis, you listen to your affirmations. When those things come to take your energy or if something bad happens, it's easy for your mind to snap back because you're actually looking at like the big picture.
Right.
Like every little
I feel like you've been through that journey.
Yeah. Oh, it was a struggle for me for sure because, like, I didn't stop to think that how my thinking was affecting my life. And it was so crazy because I used to have all these bad thoughts. I usually used to look at the negative before I look at the positive outcome.
You're looking at your
growing up.
your weaknesses instead of your strengths.
It's
Yeah.
a culture thing.
I don't know if it's a culture thing, but I know that for me, it was bad. Like I realized that I usually look at all of the bad things before I can actually get to the positive. And then when I do get to the positive, I've been through all the negative that the negative sinks. So now I did like a whole 360. You know what I'm saying? I meditate, I listen to affirmations, I write all my goals down, whether it be in my car, on my bathroom mirror, so I see it every day and I can visualize it every time I see it. Because they say visualizations work when you actually picture yourself living in that moment, even if you ain't even in the moment yet.
Right.
You see yourself in it, and then
Thought of.
it actually attracts. It's pretty dope.
Did in the city.
I like that little dance thing I did.
Yeah, I need
Little
y'all.
challenge.
Yo,
That's
that was
fire.
that was hilarious.
It was funny. I got a good thing though going. Can you guys do a woo off?
Yeah, we did.
A woo off.
I'm gonna win.
Ready? Who gonna win?
We'll see.
You know what I'm saying? I'm wooing. I'm the woo king.
Coronavirus!
Do you feel like you're putting anything on hold until you get there? Like, what about your dating life and like when you wanna kind of like you don't ever wanna like be with someone for real?
I mean, definitely, everybody craves that. But I'm saying I'm a bachelor right now. I'm just enjoying.
What do you think your prereqs are gonna be like? What's Mike's top 5? You gotta have it. To match.
Personality is number one.
What kind?
Just a bubbly personality. Laugh a
Yeah,
lot.
when we post this, I bet all of them like, yo, I think that's me.
Yeah, I think that, yeah. But you know what I'm saying? The energy you gotta match. You gotta have that boss mentality.
Okay, 2.
And then I love to travel. So, you know, my girl
You gotta have a passport.
she gotta have a passport. At least a couple stats. You know what I'm saying? Being a little bit diverse, well traveled a little bit.
Okay, I already went around.
I mean, but that's not a disqualifier. You know what I'm saying?
that's
It's just a trait.
Okay.
So yeah, that's a top 3.
Two more.
Two more? No, that's 4.
Yeah, one last one. How do you feel about finances? Seeing that you're so at the top, would you date someone who's like not as successful as
Oh
you,
yeah, I
but
love
still has that
bosses.
same-
I love bosses because even if you are the top earner, you're gonna inspire me to get to that level. You know what I'm saying, and vice versa. So I feel like
And ambition too, because you might not meet someone on here, but if she has that drive, and she's
yeah,
going
exactly.
somewhere-
That's what I'm saying. She gotta match the energy, even if you're not there yet. You know,
Yeah, I feel like the fact that you got to that headspace like by yourself, they gotta match.
Yeah, definitely. Or is it just not gonna work? And then you know I'm a Pisces, so we're kind of sensitive beings. You know what I'm saying? Cry, yeah, play the violin and sad story.
Yeah, I love Pisces too. I love them. You guys are also very straightforward. Man, you guys are like to the T, gonna tell you
What
how
do
it
you
is.
Oh, no,
It's the opposite side. We're not the best in each other.
Oh, okay. But y'all work together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all work together.
A long time.
Long time.
Jinx. All right.
Well, that's dope.
It is. Well, you know, you're super successful. And you look good.
Thank you.
Stay
You know
good.
what I'm saying? I'm super successful. I ain't there yet. You know what I'm saying? Like every day for me is a day to get better. It's a day to learn more. Like me being in this conversation with y'all, I'm learning things about myself, which
It's
is
so crazy.
That's
I
the
just
best
talked
part
about
of
that
life.
yesterday. I said it's so crazy. You can have a conversation with somebody, and when you're talking, it's just coming in your brain, and then later you be like, "Yo, I just learned so much from talking to you."
Exactly.
Let me just remember what I said.
And that's how energy works.
Yeah.
Like when we match energies and we can come together, because no man is an island. If we all supposed to work together as a race, we can, you know what I'm saying? We can create and achieve so much more. Like when you look at the Chinese, look what they built. When you look at the Jews, look what they built. When you look at the Middle Easterners, look what they built. The Caucasian people, look what they built. But
They
we
stick
as a
together.
people are still divided.
Because we just stick together.
Because
You
it's
did
a
really
mental
good
thing.
job.
If you're doing the soul thing, like if we are supposed to get in, you know, in contact with our souls and use our brain power and come together as a people, we could.
But that's our strong suit. I feel like the colored people, our strong suit is our soul. For my white people, maybe their strong suit
it's
is
so
their
crazy.
mind.
We just had this conversation. I was like, your strengths are the only thing that's gonna be attacked. Because that's the only, like, no one's gonna attack your weakness. Because they already know that makes you weak.
Exactly.
They're gonna attack.
And that's
your
why they
strengths.
try to keep us down as a people. Because I feel like they know our power.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean,
If
this
we
is
ever
our
come
place.
together, I feel like
Oh,
it'd be.
we'll take it over. Definitely.
Quarantine. We should have been doing that in quarantine.
Right.
I just love the motherland and everything that it stands for. But that was the same thing that Gaddafi was trying to do when he tried to bring all the African nations into one and create a one currency for the continent of Africa, backed by gold. And the U.S. was like, we ain't for that. We gotta get rid of this guy.
Because they're not gonna make no money from it.
No, the U.S. dollar will go down,
Diminish.
and then you know what I'm saying. Remember, Africa have all the resources. They have the gold, the diamonds, the oil, everything.
They can
Precious
they can have
stones.
their own thing going in.
They would have built a Wakanda.
That's
You
why
know what
I
I'm
have
saying?
to rate
But-
Akon because he's over there building, making land, solar power. Like, that's amazing. Like, you can have your own land. We can have our own, whole place. But I love that how we're waking up, like, you being a business owner and you starting, what would you tell, there's young things coming up underneath you that are 14, 15, and they don't even believe in yourself. What was 3 tips that you give them for them to go against the grain?
Yeah, for me, that's why I'm so inspired every day when I deal with the young men going to prom and stuff. I try to speak to them and educate them, tell them to never give up on their goals. Whatever product or service that they're providing, not everybody's gonna need it or like it, but they have to find the ones that do and lock them in. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody like what I do, but there's people out there that love it. So I emphasize and embrace those people, because the people that don't like it ain't gonna buy it anyway. So I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it because I love it, and a set of people, a demographic out there loves it
I
and wants it.
love that. That's how I feel about when people are saying, "Oh, the market is so oversaturated." You're just making excuses.
That's a big
for it.
excuse.
So
The world is so
The
huge.
world is so
I'm not taking no money out of your plate, even if we do the same thing.
And law of attraction. If you think you want to do something and you're putting in your 800 hours towards that one thing, you think the universe is not gonna bless you enough to bring
Right.
it to you.
But that's a thing with the way how we're conditioned to think. All the young kings out there, go create your opportunities. Do not sit and wait for them, because nobody's gonna come hand you anything and say, here, take it. You gotta go out there, grind, network, put yourself in certain situations,
Social
whatever it
media
is that you
doesn't
want
show
to do.
that.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of time I finessed myself when I was coming up into fashion shows, into the Grammys. I was finessing. I call myself a finesse king. So it's just.
But you got in there.
But I got in there and I was around the people that could potentially, based on the law of attraction, get me to the next level. So just be calculated and believe in your product or your service, whatever it is that you want to do.
I feel like it's kind of focus on you, man. Find that place of peace with yourself. Find what you like to do.
Yeah, and don't never let a negative thought come in your mind like, no, I can't do this. You can do anything that you put your mind to.
So true.
Sometimes it come into my mind, I Jackie Chan that bitch.
You gotta dodge them.
Yeah,
I really
dodge 'em.
feel like every day we're out here fighting this war, and it's a daily battle. And it takes its turns going through your friends, your family, the girl or guy you might date, and your whoever to bring you down.
Yeah, but see, spirituality run through our veins. It's so crazy how much demons is in the physical world and then in the mental world. That's why there's a lot of kids right now that have, depression and all types of suicidal thoughts,
That's like
crazy
I
anxiety.
remember that growing up.
Now this generation is kind of sick in a way.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? We're
totally.
successful and everything, but
I feel like
because
they
we have this
thrive
little
off of that.
social media, it's making
Yeah.
everybody in some way, shape, or form
Listen,
crazy.
I did not hear drugs and were not a thing. I didn't come up on music hearing that you needed to pop something or take something for you to get your mind right and do something. People were really in love, and people were really just talking about real things.
That was perp.
I was popping perks. They want a tattoo in their face.
Right.
They all types of stuff. But that's this generation. Our generation had our
Getting
own little
modern.
flaws
I'm
too.
sure
You know what I'm
parents were
saying?
like, look at them.
Right. Exactly. So just now it's just on a faster scale because they have social media and technology. When we were growing up, we only had a flip. We had to wait for
I
9
had
o'clock for
I
the
had
free
a-
minutes.
Get to the church, man. Do you remember?
Yeah, we had to wait for 9 o'clock. We had, you know, we had, you know, and then at that time you have your little girlfriend and you kick it on the phone with her. Now they have sliding in the DMs.
Fall asleep
10
on the
dudes at
phone.
one
BBM.
time. Yeah, oh, BBM was the shit.
BBM. Oh, that was that. Yeah.
Yeah, BlackBerry Messenger. You hear the ping.
Ping. And remember the chirp next to us? That was a face too bad. Kids
Oh, I had a
still don't
psychic
know.
too. I had a psychic.
Oh man.
Yo, when I was in high school, I flipped that man.
You already know the AOL was on lock.
Big ass phone. Like a
What was your AIM
Nintendo.
messenger? What was you guys' AIM messengers?
Um,
Not even the same.
mine was
I don't know. I think mine was like
JR, DNG,
Black
Squad
King or
something.
Young King or something.
Oh, you
I don't know.
So you've been on the King.
Yeah, I've been on the Young King mic.
Who put
Young.
you on what? How'd you know?
It was just a thing that was just a part of it.
Yeah.
I just always look at myself as a king.
As a king.
As a lion.
It's so funny. There was a lot of precursors me growing up and seeing things. Like I went to my dad's house the other day, and I just noticed these paintings have been in everywhere we lived when I was 5 years old, and it's black woman queens from Africa with like these garments, and these are the pictures I've been seeing my whole life and didn't realize that.
You're an African queen. You should be in a museum somewhere in Egypt. The crazy is like when we go to the museums in Egypt, all of the art, or majority of the art, like say 90%, is all black statues.
As they should be.
Yeah, which is crazy. Because now it's like you hardly see black people. I feel like, and to be honest, like completely honest, I think like us as a race, as black people, I feel like a lot of the times we're kind of racist too.
Towards who?
Towards everything.
Like for example.
Okay, like for example, Lisa Ray was on the red carpet and they asked her who she wants to win. You know what I'm saying? And her being an actress, she could have gave an answer. What she said, I'm rooting for anybody black. I want anybody black to win. That's a racist statement.
Yeah.
But
Why
she's from
couldn't-
a hurt place.
Huh, maybe,
Yeah.
but that's what I'm saying. We oftentimes look at everything else, everybody else as being, certain situations as being racist, but we don't look at ourselves and how we
That's right.
partake into that.
That's right.
Like, at being an actress and knowing her struggle, she could have been like, you know,
Whoever deserves
yeah,
it.
yeah,
That
whoever,
would've
you know,
been
or,
a better answer, actually.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, anybody black, come on.
That's coming from a hurt place, and like just because
I feel like that's why we deal with it so much, because we manifest on it so
We
much.
manifest
Like,
on it so
What you
much.
mean?
oh, it's black or no, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh nah, if it's not a black person.
I mean,
like,
I understand the hurt. I understand where we're coming
I
from as a
understand
people.
it, yeah.
You know, I understand all of that. But in order for us to grow and move forward, I feel like we have to kind of put that behind us. And I know it's kind of hard because there's still things happening
it's mental.
racially.
it's mental.
Yeah.
Slavery was a mental game that we failed. You get what I'm saying? But I feel like they're only gonna attack your strengths. You feel me? Like, we're very strong-minded people. That's why we can go through that and still thrive afterwards and be entrepreneurs and still be the president. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
People
right.
just don't realize.
We're still
like,
resilient to the point
Yeah.
where we can accomplish anything.
as a mass, I don't feel like we've overcome.
No, as a mass, we're still
That's
divided.
hard.
We're still
That's
divided.
gonna be hard.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight for another episode of the Sky Excell Show. Me, Diddy, Young Mike, we had an amazing show tonight. Don't forget to tune in next week. Same time, same place, right here. We're doing it all again with a different special guest. Before you go though, don't forget, you gotta like, comment, and subscribe below.